What's up, everybody, and welcome to a brand new episode of No Client Agent Privilege, aka the No Cap Podcast. Your boy Evan, your boy Will. We are in the LSC headquarters tonight with our new studio that we are still gonna tweak. We're gonna work on it just a little bit. I think we had, yeah. I was gonna say, well, I think we thought it was gonna be a little easier than what it really was. So I think growing, I guess you say growing pains, I guess I would say. Yeah. So, I mean, with regards to what we're working on, I feel like it's worth the hassle. Sure. I mean, it is one of those things where as you grow and you take, you gotta figure it out on your own. So, but yeah, no, we're excited to kind of get these episodes. I think we're gonna miss the Tiki Hut. Maybe we'll pop over and do the Tiki Hut every now and then just for for clients, clients, a little bit better of a view type deal, but we'll deal with that when we get there. So let's just go ahead. We had Black Monday this week, which in the NFL world, coaches are fired. Get rid of them, get the GMs out. Usually it's one or the other. Sometimes it's both. So I think my biggest surprise, and I think it's everyone's biggest surprise, was Harbaugh.
Yes.
I think everyone else, I understand.
It was either Lamar was going to walk or Harbaugh was going to have to go.
I don't think anything that's happened is either their fault.
Lamar's contract, I don't think it's up this year.
But, no.
But he could have requested a trade or something of that nature. Obviously, it was a very injury-ridden season. His numbers were down in terms of
production,
rush yards, rushing touchdowns.
Just in general production.
People always complain about him being a running back, but we didn't see much of that at all this season when he was on the field. And you missed the playoffs off a missed kick by a rookie.
Again, but
I don't think that it's really his fault.
I don't think it's Harbaugh's either.
No, I don't think that's what I'm saying. I don't think it's either of their faults. But if there was discontent between
I'm sure there's some type of animosity in the team. You kind of just like, whose fault is it? If you're not the head guy, then whose fault is it?
Right.
And then who does it fall on? Your next big name guy, and that's going to be Lamar.
Right.
So it's like, well, Lamar, if we didn't let them, if we scored more points, we want to be in this situation. Things like that. So I guess, again, for me, from looking at it in that perspective, I'm just like, I guess if you don't blame Harbaugh and fire him, who's next on the chopping block? So that's all I can say with that regard, because again, even from looking at it, let's say you blame the OC, you blame the DC. If you fire Harbaugh, you're going to end up probably losing them anyway.
Right.
Very unlikely that you're keeping both of them, which I think they already fired the DC before that anyway, so I'd have to double check. But next up, Pete Carroll, gone.
That makes a little bit more sense. He's pushing 80?
Yeah, that and first overall pick. Get a new coach, get a new quarterback.
Get a new coach, work things out.
I don't know. I guess. Everyone loves him. I only know him from high school, so I don't really know him. I remember him coming out of Columbus, and I remember him not being all that great, but I remember him having like a good arm. And I remember him Columbus was good, but they weren't great. I think they went on a little playoff run, so I do remember them being decent when he was there. All boys, private school, easy to recruit, so no big deal there. Bruiser Brothers, all that good stuff. But again, one of those things when you talk about first overall pick, building a franchise, stuff like that, you just fired your head coach of however many years, not with the Raiders, but just in generally speaking, how many years was he with being a head coach? So now, do we just go back? So Pete Carroll's gone. Do we just go back to the coaching carousel? Do the Raiders hire Harbaugh? Do Pittsburgh takes Tomlin? But I'm just saying, what's the next move?
I think the Raiders probably go. I'm sure they've reached out to Harbaugh. From what I heard, the last Harbaugh hasn't taken any interviews yet.
Right.
Any, which makes sense. Just trying to get his life together, get it in order, I guess you could say. But I think that Harbaugh, if you want to go to that, is going to go to the Giants. I think
I could see that.
Go from one Super Bowl winning team to another, even though they both haven't won necessarily recently.
Yeah, I could see that.
It's still the New York Giants. Like, even though they've sucked the past
decade.
I mean, in the past decade they've sucked, but they've made the playoffs twice.
We'll see how that records.
It just depends on where Harbaugh wants to take his career, I'd say. Cause a lot of people, especially with us being in Florida, is Miami.
Of course. I think
that they're going to land Harbaugh, which...
I believe that with McDaniel's gone now. I mean, honestly speaking, I think when you look at team's perspective, if you're looking for your own team to build, I think obviously the Raiders you can do whatever you want with. I think Crosby, you're going to end up, I mean, unless you hire whoever Crosby says, he's probably going to want to get out of there. But what I was going to say is, with regards to a head coach that wants to build his own team, the Miami Dolphins is probably your best bet because there's nobody on there that's untouchable.
Right.
Like, you're talking about a team that legitimately had a whatever season by, Dolphin standards, but their conference was also powerhouses. I mean, between the Bills and the Patriots.
I mean, yeah.
I'm saying they weren't winning. Even if they were good, they were not beating the both of them out of one out of the conference and then two out of a wild card. So either way, you're third place, and that's saying that you had a good season enough to beat one out of two of them, and then also beating the remaining. So you would have had to been a decently good team, period, just to make it out of that conference alive, or out of that division, I should say. So again, even when we talk that, when you look at Miami, really, you could look at it and be like, this is a team I can build. This is a team I can, I can kind of work with. I can kind of see where I want my players to go. Like, my team can come to me. The free agency market will have definitely some decent names this year. So, I don't know. Miami does I feel like it is kind of appealing towards the next head coach. Giants.
There's two sides to that coin. I think you were just about to say the other half is that the Giants, like I kind of was mentioning, it's still a storied franchise.
Of course.
They both have their own shades of history, with the Dolphins having the only undefeated season in NFL history, obviously. That was much longer ago than the Giants' last Super Bowl, but the Giants have promise too, in the sense that, yes, you go to the Dolphins, you can really do anything you want with that roster, even though Tua has a lot of their cap space tied up.
You could trade and get that taken care of. I guess.
Want him, different conversation, but I think that the Giants...
Isn't that a boo button on here? Go ahead.
You can boo me anyway.
No, I was gonna boo the Tua thing.
Yeah, right.
Because I wasn't sure. That's what I'm saying. Like, there's some of the. I feel bad for Tua because some of it was not his fault. Some of it was schematics that But then
CTE.
Well, that too. You gotta. That's a whole. I don't even want to get into that. But anyways, what you were saying. Yeah, go ahead.
The Giants have promised between their young core of Cam Scatterboo, Jackson Dart,
right.
neighbors, where they had a really hard schedule this year. So,
agreed.
So I really do think that if Harbaugh kind of wants to say, it's either win now. I think the Giants are really poised to really do something next year. They have an easier schedule.
The easier future.
Coming back. God willing, the injuries aren't like they were this year, and I think that if they get Harbaugh, then it's really off to the races in terms of what they can really do with their team next year, especially if they kind of fill in the gaps on defense, more so in the secondary, and then maybe add a piece or two.
Yeah, I know.
I think.
Again, I agree with you on the sense of the future is easier with the Giants.
Higher ceiling going into next season.
I agree with that, but what I'm saying is you're looking at a coach that probably wants to build his own. I feel like Harbaugh, the reason he was so successful with the Ravens is because he built it from the ground up when he got there. So I don't think he wants to go into the Giants and try to build with whatever's there. Not to say that it's not good or doesn't have a great future. I think the type of coach Harbaugh is, it's not like his way or the highway, but it's his plan is the main plan, and that's what he wants to go with. He doesn't want to go with Jackson Dart because if he doesn't fall in love with Dart after 2 seasons, and he's on that rookie contract, and and the fans love him, then they're going to be like, well, year 4's coming up, rookie contract's about to expire. Mm-hmm. I don't want to pay him all this money. He's just not my guy. Mm-hmm. So that's what I'm saying. Like for me, for Harbaugh's decision, I'm looking at it as if I don't go to the Raiders or the Dolphins, then I have to go. Not have to, but then I can go to the Giants again. If you don't fall in love with Dart or the core that you're on.
I saw, I think he really likes Jackson Dart.
I mean, I'm just saying speculation. I'm just saying from speculation
that
standpoint.
Would compel him to go there.
I don't think he will because again, I think he's the type of coach that wants to build his own. I don't see him wanting.
Where was he before?
Harbaugh?
Yeah.
Oh, he's been with the Ravens for like.
Well, I think it's 13 seasons.
Yeah. You weren't even born yet, so.
13 seasons?
I'm just kidding.
Damn, 13? Shit.
Let's see. Hold on. Yeah, right. Sheesh. Wait, no, nothing. John.
Mike
Go ahead.
McDaniel, if you want to look that up, Mike McDaniel, I think he might go offensive coordinator. You think he takes a step back, or what's going on there?
So, man.
Because the Lions have an open offensive coordinator position that looks kind of nice.
Yeah, I mean.
The Lions could really use that because the offense looked good this year, and then it really didn't. I must say.
It's so hard to say where exactly, like.
What is he going to do? Go to the Raiders?
I don't know.
I don't even know if there is a head coaching vacancy for him to fill.
Yeah, he was with the Philadelphia Eagles from 98 to 07, and then he was 18 years, 2008 to 18 years
with the Ravens. Okay,
with the
sure.
Ravens.
Yeah, I guess 13 doesn't make any sense because they won the Super Bowl in, what, 2013?
So you were barely born, so let's not say like I was that far off. 5. I mean, I was 6, 7. Anyways. But yeah, no, great. I mean, you were with
the
OC. Do I see?
Then he goes OC to the Lions, helps out Dan Campbell, who's obviously a defensive-minded coach.
No.
What?
Dan Campbell's an offensive line coach. He was with
is
the
that
Dolphins.
What it is?
Yeah.
All right. Well, we're gonna cut that part out.
Well, so that's the other thing is too. Like Campbell is a big picture guy. No, his mentality is defensive, but it's also the grittiness of the O-line. Like he was a tight ends coach with the Dolphins.
Okay.
So for McDaniels to go up there, they never coached together, I don't think. So my thought process would be only because when we talk about where do you go from getting fired as a head coach, usually the only people who get hired from, those types of firings are coaches that had winning records.
Harbaugh.
Right. And Pete Carroll.
What about, he's old though.
But I'm just saying winning records.
Sure. So what about Tampa Bay? They just got rid of their DC and OC, did they not?
I don't remember.
I think they're keeping Bowles.
I think they're keeping Bowles, so
which is like whatever.
I mean,
if let's just say if there is an opening in Tampa Bay for I think that there is. Again, I don't know for certain on that. I know that they're keeping Bowles, but that might be a decent fit because you have Gunslinger, Baker Mayfield.
True.
He has weapons.
No, agreed. I mean, if everyone comes back healthy, Mike Evans comes back healthy.
Right.
That's a scary offense. I know Carolina won the NFC South, but
wasn't by much.
I know it's only because the Saints.
And the division's gonna be lackluster for the next.
Yeah, I mean,
2 years. The Saints are kind of on the come up with Tyler Shug, and then the Panthers are kind of doing their thing.
They're all right.
They're a couple pieces away. I think it's more than just 1 or 2 pieces, but
I mean, we did win in a soft division, so it's like I mean, I shouldn't say soft in a weak division. I would more so say, but even still, to that extent, where McDaniels go, I think it depends on who. How do you look at his career in the Dolphins? Like, what are you nitpicking versus what are you giving him the benefit of the doubt?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's a very, very hard decision when it comes to hiring your next OC, DC.
Who wants to take that level of risk, I guess.
See, but here's the other thing. So the NFL is a very, like I said, the coaching carousel goes round and round every Black Friday. McDaniels is going to get one of those jobs. It's just a matter of who. From
that's what I'm saying. So I say Lions. Is there anybody that stands out to you that, maybe it's head coach OC? We know he's not going DC, so.
No, of course not. Of course not.
HC,
the only thing I would say.
College?
No. He'll stay pro. I mean, once you've been a head coach, it's very unlikely you go back. Like, if you do, you only go back for a couple years.
Bill?
But Bill's old. Bill was also.
Pete Carroll. Maybe Pete Carroll goes
back to USC.
Yeah,
it does. He'd go back. Story. But anyways, I think at this point for me, honestly speaking, I don't see him getting a job at this point.
Okay.
McDaniels. My only thing I can think of is the Raiders.
He's not gonna land somewhere.
I'm thinking at this point from what I've seen so far in the coaching world, we haven't seen a lot of moves just yet, but obviously like with Harbaugh, he's obviously pick number 1, I guess you could say, in the coaching carousel.
Let's say too early to tell.
I'd say too early to tell, but I think by the end of next week, because what happens is when you lose your head coach, who's calling the shots for the draft?
Right, that's right around the corner.
Senior Bowl's in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
You're sending your scouting department with no head coach?
Right.
That's what you're telling me?
Right.
Coach, what do we need? I don't know. We don't have a coach. We don't have a coach to ask.
Right. I want to switch gears a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
More, grand scheme of things. Do you feel like these days, more coaches are getting treated like players in terms of how they're looked at, fired, performance-wise, money-wise, whatever. But do you think that it's fair to do that if you think that they are?
Do I believe? I mean, in a sense, I guess you could say it that way. But I feel like there is that differentiating between player and coach. I mean, everyone's held to a certain standard. I think at this point we've understood that there's only so much a coach can do in a short amount of time. So to fault a coach with less than 3 years of a team, I feel like is unfair.
It happens.
Exactly, and that's what I'm saying. So do I believe that that's a fair notion to a head coach who, is probably trying to build, who he probably has a 5-year plan, and then 3 years down the road when it's not cooking, it's not the train's still off the track, they're still building up, the foundation.
Right.
These GMs and owners and guys, they just like, hey, I want success now because they've seen it happen. In the NFL, we've been pretty blessed to see instant gratification with certain pairings. Vrabel, Stafford.
Right.
I mean,
whether McVay, coach or right.
But I'm just saying, but those types of pairings and those foundations.
Even
it's very.
Payton.
There you go, right there. Perfect. Exactly.
Everyone's trying to cash in on that sweepstakes, but
right.
It's not. It's a sweepstakes for a reason. The other side of the coin on that coin is McDaniel 4 years, Dayball what 5 years.
As I say, going on his 5th and then got fired.
I'm trying to think. Even the Raiders have had some turnover.
Yeah.
Probably the Pete Carroll,
McDaniels, 1 season.
Yeah.
I mean, again, that's kind of one of those things when you talk about
the Cowboys.
Yeah, Cowboys too.
So they just the pressure from the front office. Obviously is different because it's
right.
You're going from a Jerry Jones to a Stephen Ross.
Yeah.
Which I'm sure a different mindset. Jerry Jones came out and said, recently he's like, I want to win whatever it was, many Super Bowls as I can
before I'm gone.
Yep. If that's the case, then you're on the hot seat all the time. It's also the Dallas Cowboys.
Well, that's another whole company in and of itself. When we talk about, you might have that contract but they're also willing to pay that contract out, no problem, if it ain't working.
Right.
So,
Right.
So it's like for us, like when we look at it, like, again, the Cowboys are the number one sports team in the entire world. If it's not up to Jerry's standard,
right. But you don't think it's fair?
No, of course not. I mean, but this world that we're in, this sports world, is not fair. Nothing we do is fair. Nothing in the agent world is fair. Nothing in the NIL world as of right now is fair. Like, it's just in our industry, it's not fair. So you can either figure it out, or you can cry about it and then never be in this industry again. I mean, that's definitely, I would feel like, if you're in this industry and you, let's just say, you find that niche or that it that you're looking for, and you really, 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 really want it, guess what you should do? Keep going and keep trying to find it, or just keep going at it, because again, what ends up happening is once you quit and you're out of the industry, it's very hard to get back in it, or it's very hard to, because connections and stuff, again, if you're not held up to those standards of, whatever organization, team, Miami Heat, Heat culture, stuff like, if you're not a part of it, and then they go and they ask, or let's just say your next job, and they go, hey, what was such and such like? Yeah, they didn't really fit our culture, blah, blah, blah. It might not be the same. It might not be the same culture as that, but all that means to the next employer is, hey, maybe they're not our culture either. Yeah. So, with regards to the head coaching jobs, again, the reason it's such a big deal is because there's only 32 of those jobs in the entire world. So it's like, to go ahead and just randomly hire somebody that has no head coaching experience is a scary, scary risk, I guess I would say, when we talk about Cowboys, stuff like that.
That's why the carousel is what it is.
Exactly, and that's what most people don't understand. They're like, what? He just got fired from this team. Why is this team hiring him? They just don't understand.
Safer play.
Right, and how big of a risk. Not only is it a safer play, we're talking about tens of millions of dollars. We're talking about ticket sales, merchandise. We're talking about season tickets here. Like, this is not just oh, let me go hire Joe Schmo from wherever. College and BFE. Nah, he went undefeated 6 years in a row at whatever school in D3. Oh, he must be an amazing coach. You ain't getting hired to be the Dallas Cowboys coach,
right?
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just one of those things where a lot of non-diehard fans, like when we talk about this coaching carousel, why did they get fired? Such and such just hired him. Like, what? Why did they get fired from our team for? Hey, he wasn't doing good enough for us, but he's good enough for this team, and he interviewed well. Whatever it may be, it's just one of those things where the non-diehard fan is just not going to ever truly understand that. So
that makes sense.
Yeah.
Let's hop into the wild card this weekend. The wild card this weekend. I don't.
Super wild card weekend.
I can't tell you them off the top of my head.
All right,
but
so
we'll go through them. We'll do a little lightning round, then we can hop into the Peach Bowl and the Fiesta Bowl.
Yep, let's do it.
All right, let's see.
It was just up here. We should have stopped this. The Fiesta Bowl.
Nah.
But I'm saying it was the.
Can you?
No, you can't. But I'm just saying the Fiesta Bowl. I could change it on the app, but I was just gonna say the Fiesta Bowl was just on here, and it shows where the ball is. Okay. Yeah.
All right, so we got Saturday. We got Rams-Panthers.
Rams.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, at least Panthers to cover, but Rams to win.
And then Packers-Bears.
At Bears?
It's in Chicago.
In Chicago?
It's going to have to be the Bears. They're on a roll.
I'll take the Bears.
All right, perfect.
I know AJ Hawk's going to be pissed.
All right. Bills-Jags on Sunday in Jacksonville.
I'm going to take the Bills.
Easy.
I think I'm going to take the Bills. I think DC's cooking. I think that offensive line's looking good. I think Jags are the hot hand right now, but with regards to pressure and stuff, I still have yet to see Trevor really, be that guy. Right. Like I need
root for a Florida team.
Where's what they call him? Jacksonville when they put the grills in.
Oh my God. Even know.
Oh man, that picture is amazing. Like Duval. With Jack.
coach, bro.
I know. With the Jack.
With the grill, yeah.
Trevor Lawrence with the grill, that video
Yeah.
that they got him like them nice ass grills too. Like that is such a Florida thing. Like
God forbid a white boy.
yeah, a little bit of motion, baby. But
So,
I'm still rocking on the team side. I'm still taking the Bills. Josh Allen's got to prove his point this year. I mean, no Mahomes, no Joe.
He's gonna lose his wife.
You're not kidding it. He might have to quit football if he doesn't at least make it to the Super Bowl this year.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you that. If they don't win the AFC, I look at it as like a defeated season. Like I don't.
Yeah. Well,
I'm dead ass. Like if I'm the Bills and we don't make it to the Super Bowl this year, I am legitimately saying this was a failed season.
Yeah, but they gotta play the Patriots still.
I don't care.
I hear you.
I have Josh Allen, the guy who's supposed to be right behind Mahomes, who's supposed to be just better than Burrow, but isn't as I don't even know what the comparison is between. Oh, here we go, right here. Panthers. I must be going through it again. But anyways, yeah, I'm taking them because again, I don't see Trevor being there or being that guy yet, and Josh Allen has had his moments, so we'll see. So who's up next? Let's see.
Niners, Eagles.
Is that who comes up next?
Surprise.
Niners.
It's in order.
All right, Niners, Eagles.
Niners, please.
Yeah, is it in Philly?
Yeah, it's in Philly.
Ooh, that's a tough one.
Big game, Brock.
Yeah, I think I am gonna go with San Fran. I like Philly. I do like Philly defense. I do. They're lights out.
Brutal loss to Washington.
Yeah, but they sat a lot of guys.
Off a loss to the Seahawks, which
that's a conference
was
game.
kind of expected.
But again,
they were both conference games.
Yeah, but Philly sat so many guys, so I don't really. I take that. Yeah, Philly didn't even play Jalen. Like there's a lot of guys out, so I'm not too worried about that one.
So you're taking the Eagles there?
Yeah, and then Patriots Chargers.
Yes.
The Patriots Chargers. I'm gonna take the Pats.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take the Pats on that. Hey, Drake May is him right
Chargers,
now. If I'm
they just need another year or two. I think they need. They started the season.
Don't tell Harbaugh that because they probably said the same thing about John, and look what happened to him. One more year? I think we're good. Yeah, I think we're gonna go ahead and move on.
Why don't you step out for it?
Yeah, why don't you go ahead? We'll call you right back in.
And then Monday we got
Steelers.
Texans Steelers, which that's like the worst game out of all of them.
I don't know. I mean, I love Texans. I love the Texans defense. I really do. The Texans defense is hot.
The Texans get it done. It's in Pittsburgh, but
see, I don't think if it's in Pittsburgh, I'm taking A-Rod for the long haul because he's playing for everything. He's playing for legacy.
You know who else is playing for everything?
Mike Tomlin.
Who we haven't even spoken. I mean, we did.
We'll leave him. We'll leave him to be because let him go on a fucking Super Bowl run, and that man will be cement. Yeah, then everyone will shut up.
But if there is some merit in asking, because I wanted to ask you anyway, if they lose this game, you think he's gone?
No. I don't. I mean the whole.
Look what they did to Jim.
But Jim didn't make the playoffs, did he?
All right.
That's what I'm saying. That you know what this is.
It's not Jim's fault.
I agree though, but it wasn't Tomlin's fault they won either. So Tomlin's fault that I shouldn't say fault. It wasn't Tomlin's job that they won. The kicker missed. That's on the Ravens. But what I was gonna say is, with regards to let's just play vice versa. If Jim wins, does Tomlin get fired? I think so. Don't make the playoffs. Aaron Rodgers legacy game. I wish there was like a gasp.
Yeah, right.
I wanted a gasp. Gunshot. I don't know what that sounds like, but I'm just saying if the roles are reversed, are we having the same conversation, but Tomlin being fired?
Probably.
That's what I'm thinking.
But this is just the sensationalization of media and the culture.
Of course.
We already.
I know, but
yeah,
it is one of those. So. It is one of those things when we talk about what could have, should have. It definitely could have. It definitely should have, but it's not. So we'll never truly know.
Right.
Now we'll see what ends up happening with Steelers and what they want to do. They're a loyal city. Rooney's are a very loyal group of,
Right.
I mean, they're the least amount of turnover head coaches in the entire league. We'll see if that stays.
Yes.
So, I mean.
No, I agree on that.
But yeah.
College, as we wrap up here.
Well, it's
cresting 30 minutes.
0-0. It's 0-0. Miami's in the red zone, so or almost in the red zone. So we'll see. It's 3rd and 3
for football.
Yeah, I was gonna say if you're not a football fan, you better become one because there is not much better weekend from now until Monday. You've got every type of game you can ask for. Yeah, you
all weekend.
Literally. So I'm gonna take Miami tonight just because Miami. I honestly love Ole Miss's defense. I think it's very underrated. I think their defense is very underrated.
Playing with a chip on their shoulder too.
And I think with Lane leaving, I think that gives them a little boost of morality. And obviously in a playoff run like this, you're trying to prove your point. You're trying to make sure everyone understands.
Two teams trying to really prove.
Oh yeah, I know. Miami too.
They all have their own narrative. Oregon's the whole 0 or 0.
Yeah, 0
for 0 natties.
Exactly.
Indiana, out of nowhere with
they kicked the field goal, so it's
3-0.
Okay. 3-0. So
Miami people
wins the U back, but here's the other thing, and Chris Ball I think brought up in an interview a really good point. The Miamis that we grew up on, the 90s, early 2000s, even the early 80s, if you watch the U on Netflix and everything, or the 30 for 30 on it, when you talk about the cultural aspects and what they were and what those teams brought, you can't have that anymore.
Right.
You can't have those types of players. You can't have that type of culture anymore. That's what gets you in trouble with the NCAA, who's, when back then nobody cared what the NCAA had to say back then. You do stuff like that now, brother, you're getting suspensions. You're like half the fights that happened in those days. You don't have those. You don't have those opportunities to build that type of culture. And Chris Ball's okay with that. He's just trying to prove of what Miami can build to be, which is 100% understandable because at the end of the day,
private school money.
No, that too. And at the end of the day, what do you, as a coach and as a former player, what are you trying to build? You're trying to build the next legacy. Yes. You can't always preach on what was, because what was can never happen again. So for him and this Miami team, it's not necessarily that the U can't be back, but it's just got to be back in a way that makes sense to the new culture. Yeah, for the time. So I'm taking Miami tonight to kind of win out for this Miami team. So, and obviously for Javian being our last guest as well. He's out there with the team right now. Yeah, so he's loving it.
So you got another thought about Miami?
No. I was just gonna say for the next game.
Ole Miss. Well, I want to fit. Ole Miss. It would be a feel good win.
I think so. I think.
Miss.
Oh hell yeah!
I won't be mad. The Natty.
I won't be mad if Ole Miss wins.
And then for Miami, I mean that would be a home game.
That'd be crazy.
That'll be the deepest.
That'd be
the most packed.
It's $600 just to get in for nosebleeds.
For that.
I don't even think I have a connection to get into that game, and I'm from here.
Yeah.
Like that's a game that I don't even think I could get in, and I'm from here. Like I know everybody on the team. I know everybody on the staff. And I still don't believe that I could get it. Like if it's a home game, it's gonna be a home game. That's crazy. That's like a Tom Brady Super Bowl at the crib.
Right.
Like that's insanity. So, and the fact, because in reality, it'll never happen again for most schools because most schools will now be playing in their own stadium. Like Miami, they're getting their own stadium. USF getting their own stadium. So it'll never happen.
Miami's getting their own.
I believe so. That's what they said. Yeah, like on campus. I don't know. That's what I don't understand. I never understand.
Campus is the size of.
I know. I don't even know where they're thinking about putting it. I guess it could be fake. It could be fake news. But again, if that is the case, what my point was, no school will ever have this opportunity again to play at home.
Right.
Like this will never happen again in history of college football. So. could be awesome, but I would not be mad at all, especially because Jerome is one of their recruiting coordinators.
Right.
I would 100% be okay with Miami or Ole Miss winning and making it to the national championship too.
Sure.
I think that's that Disney storybook ending, like, oh, we made it even without coach. You know, that could be something insanity.
So, I love it, but I do want to talk about Oregon and Indiana because that is an interesting matchup in and of itself, like kind of between the narratives. You know, you got Heisman winner Mendoza. You know, it wasn't a great race this year.
Yeah.
Versus Dan Lanning, great coach, really kind of helps that program kind of, you know, turn into what it is today. They're looking for their first national championship. All they're really known for right now is their jersey schemes.
Always.
So, do you think that? I guess I'll just phrase it like this. Do you think that Oregon has a chance against Indiana?
After watching the Texas Tech game, Oregon, if they come out with the same fire that they had against Texas Tech, yeah, they got a shot for sure. Because that was an Oregon team that I was not expecting to defensively really do Texas Tech like that. Right. I think the Texas Tech quarterback really just didn't show up. Like, really did not show up. And I think Texas Tech defense they were as good as it could be that day. I mean, the 3 turnovers killed them.
Oregon's defense.
Yeah, Oregon's defense. Yeah. Like, I'm talking like Oregon's defense was all over Texas Tech. So if they play like that, it's not like Mendoza had the last, great games. Like, he didn't really do some crazy stats these last few games. So I think they have a Heisman caliber quarterback for sure. I think
they did kind of put it on Alabama.
Yeah, but that was a lot of other stuff. That wasn't just Mendoza throwing, 600-yard, 3 touchdowns. But and I agree, it's a team effort on that end because you don't just beat Alabama like that. So for me though, after watching that Oregon game, I think what's the word I'm looking for? The expectation for this game should definitely be a lot higher than what most people think. I think at this point for me, I'm looking at this game and I'm just thinking this could be a shootout.
Right.
Or it could be a stuff fest. Like, it could be a goose egg towards the third quarter. Because it was only 6-0 going into the half for the Oregon Texas Tech game. It's not like their offense was really cooking.
So
then a couple turnovers.
Everyone's covering.
That's what I'm saying. Unders.
Unders.
I'm telling you, unders.
We're covering the spread.
I'm telling you, we're covering.
We're taking that to the bank.
Yep. I'm definitely taking the unders on this one. Again, really after watching what Oregon's offense did against a really good defense, and Indiana does have a really good defense, for me at this point, I can't go against Sig. I can't. I think Sig, he's got that juice. I think it's going to be a Miami versus Indiana. It's going to be a good one. No matter what the combo is, I think these 4 teams have proven that they are meant to be here. Notre Dame can stick it. Everyone else, I was crying about Bama needing to be in it. And now you learned. Now you know that they were good. They just weren't good enough. Yeah, they just weren't good enough, and it happens. Down goes, and all the guys being a part of the Saban tree. I know Saban's just got to just be smoking a cigar in the back, just the Godfather, just literally just sitting in the back with just thinking, damn, I am good. That's all I can think of. Every time everyone keeps bringing it up,
I don't think he thinks about that.
I don't think he does
it. He's Nick Saban.
That's what I'm saying. It's just he probably just sitting back there these are my boys. Let them cook. Whoever wins, I'm still in. That's what it is. So.
All right. So we got the new spot.
Yep.
It was eventful.
Little test episode. Yeah, I say little test. We're just setting it up. We're gonna see. We can get some reviews on the setup and kind of see what everyone thinks on it. We'll go from there. But I think audio. Now that we've got that taken care of, I think we'll be good on that.
Extent, yeah.
I think.
Figure a few things.
Yeah, once I start getting around with this.
Sure. Yeah.
Just trying to see whatever. So
And then streaming soon, potentially. You know.
Yeah, we're gonna get in.
So maybe we'll start doing these live and then throwing it on after.
Yeah, I think so. At least for TikTok, go live and then take it because
We'll have to see how that one works.
Yeah, because I don't know. I mean, on the YouTube live, I would like to see how that looks. I mean, is this streamer works like that? It would show. Okay. So maybe we'll test that out next week then.
Yeah.
But we'll see when we get to the national championship. We'll definitely have an episode before that and kind of take it from there. And we'll talk a little bit more next episode on what the agency's cooking with right now.
Perfect.
And then we have client interviews coming up with our draftees guys. I'm going to go out to Sarasota to see CJ.
Okay.
And then Pro Day, I'll probably go out to North Texas for Tay and do the interviews out there. So that combine, all that good stuff, get Derek on there. So got a lot coming up, boys, girls, ladies, you as well, whoever's watching. But thank you for joining us on this brand new episode in our brand new LSE headquarters. Thank you for joining us. Your boy Will, your boy Evan, and we are out.
Peace.